I need setting. I just need friggin' chat here. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I don't need music. I don't know. So I've been playing tops now for the last couple of days. I'm out of the bronze or out of the stone age, I should say. And I have problems. Namely, I got a pack of wolves that's chaffing my ass, and I got to fuck those wolves up somehow. And I need to do that because I need their leather, and also because I don't like wolves. So we're gonna take care of those little fuckers right now. Yeah. I'm gonna set up a trap, and I'm gonna start fucking these wolves up. That's what I'm gonna do. Na, 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 na. I don't think I actually need 2 shovels, but part of what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up a trap. I've been letting these wolves get the best of me, and I'm fucking tired of that shit. Excuse the language, but you know, we're all grown ass adults here. All right. So, in case you're wondering, this is my wonderful hovel. Various items I've collected. You know, it's so hard to see. And then the other thing I'm noticing is my camera just ain't up. Where's? Oh, that's why. Because this needs to come down. There we go. Yeah, I might try. It's just tough to play with the shades on when I know my face should be lit up better than this. Let me see. There's one more setting I can fuck with. It's getting late, anyways. So while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Is it 80? Okay, that's what it is. All right. Hang on. I'm gonna fuck with this camera setting a bit, and hopefully I'm gonna get the brightness up. All right, just make sure I'm not getting fucked with there. Advance. Continue. Yeah, bear with me. Just 1 minute, guys. Oh, here we go. Cameras. All right, this should do it. Gamma, brightness. Let's make this 30. Save. There we go. That looks way better. All right. Now my shit can still be dark and I can still fucking play. So a little precursor what's going on here at night. These guys come out, right? This guy doesn't really want to party right now. This guy wants to party. And this guy's like, wait, I wasn't invited to the party? So down here, I got something set up where I can smack the shit out of them. They can't do nothing. Yep. So kind of a grinder of sorts, right? Do 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 do. Yeah, I absolutely adore this game. When 2B kind of got to the point where it's just like, I'm tired of this shit. This game kind of restored my faith in humanity, I guess you could say. It restored my faith in crafting survival games. I don't really like this here. I think I want it up there. No, that's not what I wanted. No. No. I guess that'll work for now. So the idea behind this is there's another mob called a Botorn, and the Botorn shoots arrows at you, but this will block them. But right now that's not my immediate need. You can see this green bar here. That's my hunger. And I'm pretty hungry, so we're gonna go get something to eat. This is my kitchen slash cellar. I got some raw fish. I got some meat. I don't quite have the 5 berries. You got to have even number of everything. But you know what? I can do 4 and 4. I think that'll be just groovy. What is this? Quicklime? Okay. I'm not ready to use that just yet. But you can see we got 2 pots here. This is for doing nasty shit. And this one's for doing food. So we're going to do 4. Yeah, let's see. Did I have anything else or? This needs to be cooked. These are poisonous. All right. yeah, I still got to work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna stay here too long. Oh, you know what? I should really move the camera. Let's move that over to here. There we go. That way you guys can see the chat messages, which I think will be pretty fun. There we go. Well, yeah. Yeah, see the chat messages. Meh. All right, so my fish and red meat stew with little berries is almost done. Yeah, this game is so much slower paced than Minecraft, right? Like Minecraft, you can get everything you need in like 5 minutes. There, we're gonna put that in there. Save that for later. And you know what? Since we ain't got nothing else to do right now, we're gonna go ahead and get some other stuff ready here. Limestone, yes. This is gonna be so boring. We're basically gonna sit. We're going to turn this and grind up some limestone while we wait for daylight to come. I don't think there's any viewers right now, but oh, we have a visitor. But if there was viewers on, I would say, hey, got any questions about the game, go ahead and just shoot, ask. You can see there's just a whole lot of chatting going on in the background. I'm antisocial. I don't like playing with other people unless like I really, really know them, right? So I do what I always do. I go off by myself. I start my own little place. I survive on my own. Oh, man. So it looks like what's happening is Jackula is starving to death. Ahiren is going to bring him food. Oh boy. Terry Typhel. What's nice is when you get windmill power and you don't have to sit there grinding this like this anymore. Which I hope to get very soon. no, he's being attacked. So yeah, this game is so fucking tough for people coming from Minecraft to learn. Like, the first thing that always trips up Minecraft players is they try punching a tree, and that shit don't work. Right? People will try punching a tree in this game, and then they're like, oh, what the fuck? I can't punch a tree. This game sucks. Oh, man. Jackula is almost dead. Yeah, this is a good story. I want to see what happens to him. Uh-oh, did I just crash the game? No. Something happened. Oh, man, that made the game not happy. Well, that was not good. I crashed the game. That's all right. I was in a safe spot. What I was trying to do was go not so full screen. Let's do maximize borderless. Let's do windowed. There we go. I think that's just going to work out better. Even if there's a little black bar at the bottom, I don't give a shit. Because what I wanted to do was... want to come over here, right? And I wanted to fuck with this a little bit. I guess this I could stretch if I wanted to. Yeah, let's do like that. I don't like that. We'll leave that little black bar. I don't care. Fuck it. But this, see, that can go like that. That can go like that. And there we go. There we go. Yeah, I don't care. There's a little black bar at the bottom. Oh, you know what though? The fucking scaling is just so fucking off, dude. Like, alright. If I go back to game here, I press C. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. I'm tripping out. You know, I bet I can get this to go the way I want it to if I do this. Hey, what's up, Jackula? Man, you're in a rough spot, dude. That's terrible. Is this your first time playing, or what's the dealio? Cause yeah, man, if this is your first playthrough, dude, you should definitely head south. You'll have a much, much easier time going south. Believe me. So what'll happen is the further north you go, you're gonna run into weather. Like, when I say weather, I mean it'll be fucking cold as shit. And even where I'm at, it's still pretty cold, right? But it's not as bad, right? Like, I can still plant my crops and fucking maybe some of them will freeze, some of them won't. Ah. Actually, I'm probably still not far enough south. I'm just where the redwoods start, right? So you can tell how far south you are. Redwood starts to be temperate, kind of like, Northern California, Mendocino. But there's not like snow on the ground, it's just a little cold. Like, right, you press C, you can see the temperature. Right now it's -4, and I'm comfortable. I'm not wearing the whole fucking fur regalia here. I got some boots that I found that are all fucked up, but that's fine. Yeah, you're gonna base up with him? Yeah. Best advice I can give you, man, just stick with the game, dude. Stick with the game, because once you get those little victories, right? Like, you start fucking, oh shit, I'm out of fucking Stone Age now, and oh crap, I got food, and oh, I got shelter. Once you start getting those little victories, that's when the game starts getting really good, right? So much fucking harder than Minecraft, man. And I come from 2B2T. Like, I'm like one of the oldest guys. I'm not the oldest player on 2B2T, but I started playing there pretty much at the start, back in 2011, and I've had a few friends that I've tried to get to play this game, and it's so tough for people coming from Minecraft to figure this game out. It is like just so different, and that's the crazy part, because you got blocks and shit, and you think, oh yeah, blocks, this is Minecraft. No. No, this is not Minecraft, buddy. This is something totally different, man. And different isn't bad. Different is like, depth, right? Different is like, oh, I wish Minecraft did this or that, and this game actually does it. Like, right now, I'm about to kill a bunch of wolves when the sun comes up, and then I'm gonna skin those bastards, and I'm gonna turn them into fucking leather, and then I'm gonna make leather armor out of them. That's my plan. I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll see. Just make sure I got everything ready to go here. See, that's my food storage there, and I just filled my bowl. Now my belly's full. Yeah, you'll learn about stuff like having cellars to store food. like having a quern to grind stuff up, having a forge, an anvil, making ingots, smithing, pounding shit out. It's so fucking crazy. Oh, do I have a louder mic setting? Let me check, dude. Because I'm looking at my VU meters, right? And I mean, it's looking good, but I could make it louder, but let me see here. The problem is I don't want to clip. Let's see what we can do. QMix. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, because I'm already clipping, man. I don't want to. At least I think I'm clipping. Let's see. Outputs, mixes. There we go. Mixes. Why can't I see? Yeah, that's weird. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so we're just waiting for morning. Then I'm going to go dig some holes, set up some traps. Oh, I need to cook this lump of fat here. Yeah, you need to render fat in this game to build stuff and preserve food. It's crazy, man. Like, it took me a while to learn the entire crafting tree in this game. I think I got it now, but oh, wait a minute. I think I see. Oh, no, that's fine. Let me do this. I'm going to turn Vintage Story down just a tad. There we go. What I should have set up was a ducking compressor, but Alright, cool. That fat is cooked. AI viewers, streamboo.com. Well, guess what? You get to go on the Restream block list. Spammers. I swear I heard wolves howling. I didn't know I had any this close to me. Alright, I got a spear handy. Okay, I should do one more spear because the spear I got is pretty broken. So even though I got Copper Age tools, I'm still using stone for a lot of shit because you'll find you kind of covet you covet your metal as much as you can until you get to steel or at least iron. At the rate this knife is breaking, I'm going to make another knife. There we go. Let's keep that in there. So those wolves were over here. Let's see. They're hanging out at that tree line over there. Kind of frolicking, being wolves. Oh, I think that's one there. Is that? No, that's not one. Now, if I had enough resources, that's one there. That's definitely one there. Ooh. Is that a bear? That's a bear. Holy shit. I did not expect to see Mr. Bear. That's a Mr. Bear next to Mr. Wolf. Well, now, this is getting interesting. So let's do this. We are going to... We're going to dig a Mr. Bear trap. And, you know, you may ask, well, what is a Mr. Bear trap? Well, Mr. Bear trap is a 3x3 trap. It's actually 9 cubed with a 2x1 exit for the player to skedaddle. Because bears are actually too wide. In this case, we may actually make it 4 deep. Just for shits and giggles. Hey, what's going on, Elliot? I didn't know you're still logging into your YouTube account, man. Oh shit, I just wound up right in the middle of some bullshit here. Elliot, an old childhood friend from back in the day. We do a lot of classic gaming, collecting, that sort of thing. So, man, you could hear that wolf. That wolf wants to eat me. Yeah, brother, I thought you knew that I did streaming, man. Oh, yeah, you knew. You knew. Never mind. All right. So I'm gonna clue y'all in on how this is gonna work. I'm gonna throw rocks at the bear. Bear's gonna chase me. I'm gonna drop in the hole. He's gonna drop in after me. And then I'm gonna do things to the bear. I guess I could do the same thing with the wolf too. Oh, that's nothing. Okay. All right, he's giving chase. Oh, nope, he stopped. So they changed the AI on these mobs. They used to be Really relentless. Come on, dude. Ha! Got him. Got him. Now what, dude? Now what? You thought you're all tough with your fucking wolf? Not so tough now, are we? Come here. One down, bunch to go. All right. Yeah, I saw pictures of that, man. That was nuts, dude. That was so nuts. Hey, you heard my grandma died, right? Well, that's just it, dude. I guess my uncle don't want me there or something. So I checked earlier this week. She's going to be buried at Oak Hill, right? But they still haven't put the body in the ground, and let me take a look. Oh, hang on. Just going to hold myself up here real quick just to make sure I'm safe. Oh, yeah, that's one hell of a fire. Yeah, that's all right, bro. You know how close I was to her. Yeah, but they still haven't put her body in the ground. And then I called Oak Hill to find out when the services were going to be, right? And the lady at Oak Hill pretty much told me that they were instructed not to give out any information about her services. So, and then I talked to my cousin Elise Carboni, and she was telling me she talked to my Aunt Cheryl, and my Aunt Cheryl told her, because she asked my aunt the same thing, right? Like, is there going to be any services? And my Aunt Cheryl told her, oh, no, it's just going to be the boys, meaning my dad and my uncles, right? But I mean, who knows, dude? I mean, there may have been a bigger service than 3 guys, and fucking they just don't tell me. I mean, I'm. If it was unexpected, I'd be sad about it. No, I don't think there's anything like that, bro. And anyways, what we have set up is a trust, and I've seen the trust and I've seen the way things roll on it, right? So my dad and uncles are going to get everything. She didn't make any like special side note about me or anything like that, and all I know is I kept her out of a old folks home, right? Like, I went to court and I fought for that for her. When my dad and uncles were just trying to railroad her into one of those places. And I gave her the last 20 years of her life. I gave her the happiest years of her life, dude. I really did. I mean, there's a lot that was going on with my family that, I'm probably going to end up writing about at some point. But, it's just stuff like, I heard from another one of my uncles that my Uncle Carl was trying to get my grandma to be lonely and move into a home. Oh, that's a warthog. I don't need to worry about him. But they stopped going over to my grandma's house in like 2002, right? And his hope was to get her so lonely that she'd just kind of do whatever he asked of her. And I never stopped going over to her house for the holidays, man. So, my uncle told me that was his plan, was to, get her all lonely and get her all, like, I just need to be around people, put me in a home. And I kind of fucked that plan up, right? Oh, shit. Ouch. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't, little wolf. What's neat about this game is as I kill off these predators, yeah, I know, man. I think it's one of those things like, Georgie and I, we can kind of see it in each other's face that, we really are going through a lot of the same shit, like I could definitely see some wear in his face, man. He's just, and I'm beat from it, dude. I don't want to fucking, you and I were both in our 50s. I don't want to spend my 50s in court anymore, man. And, I guess I don't have to now that, Grandma's gone. And, I kind of stopped going to court once I knew that, we had her in her home. But, man, dude, I got to show you some of the fucking off-the-wall shit they wrote about me in court documents. Like, my uncle's entire case wasn't, Carol needs to go to a home because she has Alzheimer's or she's a danger or something like that. His entire case was she needs to go to home because Robert's a bad bastard. How was it, dude? It was so fucking lame. All right, Wolf, we gonna tango? We gonna tango, buddy? All right, let's go. Oh, he's right behind me. Oh, get in my hole, get in my hole. Ah! Fuck you. I am a bad bastard. Can't I at least be a good bastard? Oh, Jimmy, you are definitely my fucking brother, man. I swear. Moderate bastard, yeah. Well, that's a lot of wolves I killed. I'm kind of out of spears. I guess I could chop up some granite to make another spear real quick. Oh, this is limestone. This ain't granite. What about this? This is all limestone. Not that I'm complaining, but limestone is a little soft for Britney Spears. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. So there was like one point during our court case with a lie. Like I don't know what his thought process was. I think he thought, oh well, we got him up against the ropes, and no, he didn't have me up against the ropes. But his lawyer sent this questionnaire that basically said, you admit that Carol has spent all her birthdays with your uncle. You admit that Carol has spent all the holidays with your uncle. And, my wife and I are looking at that, and we're like, no, that's not the case at all. He fucking bailed after 2002. And, my wife, she kept a very good photographic record, right? Like, oh, this is interesting. Somebody just, huh. So, we fired back at them a photo album. And, it was an old school photo album too. So she had to scan the pictures in, right? And, she scanned them in. She had them dated. It was every holiday. And, the other cool thing was you could see the age progression of my kids, right? So like you could see them when they were babies, and then when they were like 1 year old, and then, 2 and 5, and then when they were like, getting to be tweens and all that. And every time my uncle filed anything against me, we just turned around and we were able to prove what a lying dirtbag he was. And it's really weird just how things went down. Like before it all started, like my dad came to me and he's like, oh yeah, your uncle wants to buy you out of the trust because he thinks you and your cousin Michael won't get along, and he wants to give you $500,000 to sign away your rights to the trust. And I'm listening to him say all this shit to me. I'm like, well, wait a minute, Dad. It's Carl has three kids, and you have 3 kids, and let's say you and Uncle Carl are both gone. Now, your branch doesn't have equal standing with the other branch because I'm out. I said, no, I'm not going to sign it. And he got fucking furious at me, dude. You fucking asshole. You always do shit like this, and this is why everybody in the family hates you. Just wow, dude. What the fuck? And like, yeah, well, I come to find out that, my dad's just fucking broke, right? Like he fucking pissed a lot of his money away, basically fucking partying and doing dope, fucking hanging out with dope heads. Yeah, could you imagine a fucking guy in his, 60s, 70s, and 80s still fucking chasing after, wanting to be the cool high school kid? I mean, it's like, well, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, man, fucking, dude, my whole family situation is just, yeah, fuck, man. Yeah, I saw that little video you put up of you guys out at the spot swimming in the pond and stuff. That looked hella cool, dude. I keep thinking like Georgie's oldest and my oldest would probably really get along good. They got like they got that same fucking Italian energy. I could just tell by looking at those two. But I don't know. One of these days we'll get those kids together. Jeez, man. Yeah, but probably after my grandma's in the ground, the rest of us are going to just go have our own little service at her gravesite. Oh, man. Yeah, but those photo albums I posted of my grandma and me and the grandkids. I mean that was what we sent in, and that's really the truth of things, man. I never forgot what my grandma did for me. Well, let her stay in her home, basically. You know, my uncle had the kind of lawyers that would be like, "Oh yeah, well he might have been mistaken." They just fucking make up some shit. Oh, it's easy to make those kind of mistakes. But it's not like he perjured himself in court, right? Like he was very sneaky that way. He sent me a questionnaire. Um, the judge didn't call that out. There was one thing he called out though that was pretty rotten. So the reason my uncle was able to like try to railroad my grandmother like this was they created this trust in '97, and the trust set up two trustees. One was my uncle, the other was my grandma. And in the trust, it said if any trustee becomes incapacitated, the other trustee has the right to decide for them their medical care. And, at the time, everybody's reading this trust. Nobody's thinking like, oh, this is going to be dangerous for grandma, right? We're like, oh, well, we could trust Carl. And that just wasn't the case, man. I mean, and the lawyer my uncle had draw up that trust had also worked for my grandmother a few years earlier. So that was found to be a conflict of interest in the case. So the judge told him, well, you can't work on this case anymore. Carl needs to go get a new lawyer because, you used to work for the person you're trying to put into a locked care facility. So what does he do? He has his partner take his place. Same law firm. He has his partner take his place. And, oh, man, the judge was furious about that. So then my uncle had to go and get a whole new lawyer. In total, my uncle pissed away $1 million on this case. Just, trying to say Robert's a bad bastard and that's why mom needs to go into an old folks home. Oh, my God. Yeah, there was so much crazy shit that went down, dude. Like, well, so we would later come to find out that there might have been some payouts to his kids that he made that he wasn't supposed to. And these are like large sums of money. That was one of the things he was fighting in his case. Like he was like, oh, Robert got $80,000 from Carol, but that was over like 30 years, right? I mean, you break that down, it was something like $50 a week. And yeah, I lived with her, and she'd give me birthday money, she'd give me running around money. Carly would come over, she'd write us a check and tell us go pick up something for dinner, right? I mean, it wasn't always her just giving us money. Sometimes it was her paying for things, but she'd write a check to my wife because my wife had a bank account and she had a balance and she could just deposit it, and then pay for dinner. And they dug out every check going back like 30 years and fucking totaled it all up. And, but that's a drop in the bucket to what Carly and I found. Before they did that, we managed to get our hands on all the canceled checks. And that's where shit got really fucking weird, because we noticed in the last few years, somebody was having grandma write $10,000 checks out to cash. And not like a one-off thing. There was like over $100K in $10,000 checks written to cash. And one of the theories floated by my other uncle, Uncle Jerome, is I have two cousins that have had divorces and their wives had to be bought out each time. And that probably cost a lot of money. I know one of them had I want to say 2 divorces, and then the other one just recently divorced. And they ended up buying out their wives for the house or something. So, I mean, it's... You know what I think it is, dude? I think just some people just... I don't know if it's that they... it's hard to say, dude. It really is. I mean... I know what motivates me to not be that way, right? Like, what motivates me to not be that way is... I believe there's karma. I believe there's punishment for being like that. And, that day may not come while you're alive because, I also believe there's an afterlife. So I know, without naming names, cousin one had like a half Vietnamese French girl, and they bought a house together, and I don't think they got married, but then they split up, and she was entitled to half that house. So they just bought him out, right? And then I guess he sold it or something happened. And then later on down the road, he got another place in Morgan Hill, like in one of those new developments, right? and then he started dating a girl from his job. They hooked up. She had some kids and shit, and that went south. So then after that, you know, again, she had to be bought out. And now he's on girl number 3. He moved out of the state, basically, where he could actually afford another house. And then cousin number 2, he was with his wife very long time, right? 2 kids. I think one of them's probably like 6 years older than my daughter. He recently got divorced. His house is kind of in the East Foothills, I guess you could say. It's worth like the same as my house, like 1.8 to 2 on a good day, depending on how Zillow's feeling. But yeah, he had to buy his wife out of that one. And again, that was more money my uncle fucking gave out to his kids. Apparently, he paid for bariatric surgery for some of his kids. And then the actual thing you can see from space, right, is if you look at his house on Google Maps and you look up San Jose permits, he built an ADU in his backyard, like a fucking huge one, like bigger than the size of his house. And I know, and you know, to get an ADU installed in your backyard here in San Jose, minimum $500,000. Minimum $500,000. This thing was custom. You can see air conditioning and solar on it. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. You know, but yeah, it's all a bunch of bullshit. Anyways, it's getting late. I gotta be up at 5:30. Hey, let me go. Yeah, do I want to grab it? Yeah. I told you I bought a shit ton of Atari stuff, right? Here, let me go grab at least a box and show you, because I got to bring it in eventually, anyways. Hang on. Here, I'm gonna. So that was all split up when my grandfather Jerome died. We split off from that part of the family. So that's not a part of it at all. Yeah. All right, man. This is just one box, and this is just the consoles and joysticks. Oh man, I'm getting out of shape. There we go. So I already had a heavy sixer, but I think this is called a Woody. There's a heavy sixer under it. There's this one in black is called a Darth Vader. And then under that, I just got all kinds of joysticks, fucking paddles, all that stuff. Anyways, brother, what I've been trying to get across is, so I already have a heavy sixer, right? So I'm gonna see if that heavy. I don't have these other two, right? Like I don't have the Woody and I don't have the Darth Vader, but I'm gonna compare these heavy. I'm gonna compare this new heavy sixer to the heavy sixer in that box, and if it works and it's better than the one I got, you can have that other heavy sixer, dude. And then wait, let me grab all the games, dude. Oh no, I am super out of shape, man. Oh, let me grab one of the cartridge box, dude, because this is gonna blow your fucking mind here. Yeah, because you don't have any 8-bit Atari stuff yet, do you? All right, Hellion. So the other box I have is about this big. They are both stuffed to the rim with cartridges. Look at that, dude. Look at that. See, what am I going to do? See, like, look at this. Missile Command. You know how many of these I have here? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What am I going to do with 7 Missile Commands, bro? So what I'm saying is, come over one day. Of course, I'm going to keep the best for myself, but you're welcome to take one of each, dude, in a system home. Maybe in the other box? Let me see. I don't know if Gorf ever came out for this system, to be honest with you. Dude, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Star Raiders. 1, 2, 3, 4 Pac-Mans. Is there any ETs in here? Super Baseball. That was towards the end of the system's life. That was when they started doing the 2600 Junior. What's this one? Oh, that's basketball. Who cares? Nobody cares about basketball. Berserk's a good game. Yeah, let me show you the other box, dude. Hang on. No, there's a few still out there. Actually, a lot out there. Oh, God, dude, this thing is fucking heavy. Oof. Yeah, one thing I do know is Gorf came out on the 5200, and it's actually really good on the 52. So this one is just like the other one, but I got box copies of some games: Missile Command, Combat, Space Invaders, Breakout. I only got one of each. I wish I had multiple of these. I'd give you one. Pinball. And what we got over here? We got Warlords, Frogger, Asteroids. Well, I guess this is a second combat. You could have a combat. And then I got... Are these all demon attacks? No. See, I got a bunch of Imagic games. Remember these with the silver label? Riddle of the Sphinx, Demon Attack. Got multiple demon attacks. The Empire Strikes Back. Multiple Yar's Revenge. It looks like I only got one Donkey Kong. Defender. Video Chess. Decathlon. I got a bunch that are missing the end labels. But yeah, bro, I'm so fucking... When am I not going to be home? I'm pretty much home. The only time I'm not home is going to be Sundays at... Sundays at like 9 to 12, I'm out. Oh, son of a gun. No, you come over. I know Monday, Tuesdays are your day off. Just come over. My shift, I work from home. My shift is going to end at 2:30. So come over maybe 4 o'clock or something. But anyways, I'm going to get going, dude. It's late for me. I got to use the bathroom.